Match number 4 is a quickie against a guy named ShyGuyFace, and let me tell you, man, this fucking battle. You'll see when we get there, but like, it's a doozy. I wasn't really sure what he wanted to lead with, so I just decided to lead with Ferrothorn instead of leading with Rotom, because I normally lead with Rotom when I'm unsure, but he leads with Fortress, so it's like, great, I should have led with Rotom. And he gets a free Stealth Rock as I just go for T-Wave. I don't know why I went for T-Wave. That was honestly a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I thought maybe he'd switch out. I don't know. He really had no reason to. He's not threatened in any capacity. So he gets up a free layer of spikes as I set up my rocks. And I know he's probably just going to spin those away this turn, but I'm going to go to Rotom anyway, just because I can, 2-hit KO it after Sturdy, of course. And that's what he does. He gets a Rapid Spin. Doesn't really matter. Like, he still gets his 2 layers, and I still get nothing, so it's just 2 dead turns. So this time, I'm just going to go for Hidden Power Fire right off the bat. Let the cat out of the bag. Tell him, hey, I'm not dicking around. So he's going to be taken down to his Sturdy, but what? He doesn't have Sturdy. So I guess he's got an Overcoat freaking Fortress here, or whatever its Dream World ability is. I don't know. And I just flat out take it right out, which I guess Overcoat isn't a bad thing if you're expecting to fight a ton of Hail teams, but Sturdy is just better 99% of the time. And he brings in a Gallade to my Rotom, which can't one-shot me, and it's physical, so I'm obviously going to get a burn on there. And he just takes it. I don't really know what he's expecting me to do. He sets up bulk ups, which don't really matter to me, and I missed my first Hydro Pump. Again, that's 3 matches in a row that I missed my first Hydro Pump. Whatever. So he gets his second bulk up, and now he's back up to neutral attack. I finally hit a Hydro Pump. Gee, it would have been sweet if I could hit the first one. Then he'd be dead. But instead he gets a Drain Punch off, and, after Burn and Life Orb, he's not going to have a whole lot left, so I'm expecting him to just leave this thing and to bite the dust. I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch to get out of here, and he goes for Shadow Sneak, which, if I had seen that coming, I would have gone to Ferrothorn. He would have died to that. But, that was a good play on him, going for that. Unfortunately for him, it's going to leave me just above Stealth Rock switch in, so I'll be able to come back in, no problem. And I decide, I'm going to go to Terrakia and force him into either Gliscor or Landorus, and he decides to go to Landorus, which is honestly the better idea in this situation. So, after the Intimidate, I have to switch out. A Rotom would be sweet to go into, but I can't afford him going for Stone Edge and killing it, so I have to go to Ferrothorn. He does go for Stone Edge. I take it quite well, and my plan is to just get my rocks back up again, because he does have a Volcarona, and I kind of want to hurt that thing real bad when it comes in. He is wisely going to switch right into Volcarona out of here, so he doesn't have to take half damage coming in, but, next turn really makes up for it, because he's going to Quiver Dance. I stayed in and just went for a T-Wave on him, because, if this thing's going to set up a bunch of special defense and special attack, then I kind of just want to, limit its speed at least. And he doesn't go for Fire, because nobody ever does go for Fire. People always expect you to save your Ferrothorn, but even if he wanted to kill me, then I wouldn't really be afraid, because it would, at worst, be Scarf, and then I can just outspeed it with my Scarf Terrakion, so, I wasn't really too concerned. This turn, I'm expecting either Bug or Fire, and honestly, Crobat was just the perfect thing to have die at this point. His Fortress is dead, and there's not really a whole lot this guy can do. He goes for Hidden Power, I guess, Ice? Maybe he was expecting Dragonite to come in, because Multiscale's broken, and it could resist either Fire or Bug, but, if you put HP Ice on Volcarona, then you're really walled by Heatran, which, it's an interesting idea, but I don't really think it works out most of the time. But it worked out from here. He gets a kill on my Crobat after I get a sneaky little Brave Bird on there. And I'm going to go to Rotom, go for, live Stealth Rocks, of course, go for Hidden Power, and take it out. I get a crit, don't think it mattered. Maybe it did, because he had +1 special defense, but I'm max special attack. It's still, it would do that much, come on. And then he makes a play that absolutely perplexed me. He goes to Gliscor against Rotom. I guess maybe he thought he'd outspeed me, and maybe he thought that I'd think he'd outspeed me and go for Ice Fang or something, and that's why he went for Swords Dance. But no, I miss another freaking Hydro Pump, which really is starting to get on my nerves. I thought I just lost my Rotom at that point, which is my best chance to kill this thing. But fortunately, Swords Dance, I don't understand what his game plan with this thing was. Maybe he was, I don't know, I think he was still just expecting a switch, and at that point he really had nothing else to take a Hydro Pump, so he kind of just had to leave it in to die. His bluff didn't work, and I got a free kill on that thing. Landorus comes back in. I should go back into Ferrothorn to take an expected Stone Edge, but I don't. That's a bit of a mistake, but I had, I've got a battle plan. I've got a game plan. I'm going to go to Ferrothorn now, He's not going to be able to kill me with an EQ. I'm going to be able to get a leech seed on him. Maybe I go for a power whip. I don't know. I can't honestly remember which move I went for, but I think it was leech seed. And crap, EQ crit. That's fine. Whatever. I do have a backup plan. I'm going to go to Breloom. Unless he has HP Ice, which I don't think he'd have. I'm going to resist Earthquake. I'm going to resist Stone Edge. Be able to get a Spore on him, then get an SD maybe, and then maybe get some, you know, Breloom Bullet Seed Mach Punch action going on. Instead, he decides to get a second fucking crit right in a row, and that's game over. Like, I lose. There's nothing else I can do. He's still got a Haxorus waiting in the wings, which I'm expecting to be Scarf. Once I kill this Landorus, which Outrage on a Landorus, I guess that makes sense if you want to kill Garchomp again, but like, I disagree with putting Outrage on stuff that's not Stab. Anyway, if I known he'd have Outrage, I would have gone to Dragonite first, not lost my Breloom, but instead, all I've got left is Terrakion, and I kind of have to go for Stone Edge. Earthquake isn't going to cut it. If I go -1, you know, he's going with close combat, he's going to kill me with an Outrage at that point, probably, because 145 attack, and I got to hope for a Stone Edge crit on this Haxorus, you know? Like, that's all I got. You know, he's getting crits all game. I missed 2 Hydro Pumps. You know, I'm expecting something big in return, and I don't. He gets 2 crits on the absolute 2 turns that he needs them in order to survive, and I can't get a crit to save my life at the end of the game. So, really, really unfortunate. I guess that's my first loss. You know, that just sucked. That sucked. I felt so bad after this game. I was like, damn it, I know I made mistakes, but like, that's a 3 out of 1,000 chance of getting 2 crits in a row on absolute turns that you need them to get to win the game, and he got them. So, you know, I guess the luckier man won. And I'm not normally one to complain, but that, I'm sorry. See you next time.